Hi, this is Christy with Twisted Twine Woodworking. Today we're going to make this walnut and red leather handbag. Let's get started. This is probably not where most people would think a video about making a handbag would start, but that's exactly where this one starts. Dad had a walnut tree that was dying, so he opted to cut it down and then sold the main log, but then we cut up the remaining parts to put them to good use. After we cut them into manageable pieces, we applied some wax or exterior paint on the cut ends to slow down the drying process and hopefully prevent some cracks. We then stacked them in my shed for drying. I picked out a piece that had a lot of character in the grain, but when I was using the bandsaw here, I'm definitely not being very smart about it. The guard was up way too high when I was cutting this piece. I use so much rough wood or barn boards or a lot of twisted material, so my jointer comes in so handy just to kind of smooth things out and make them more manageable and even to work with. Wasn't sure how thick the wooden side pieces of the handbag needed to be, so I started with 1 inch and then adjusted from there. Initially, I was going for a curved top and bottom of the wooden pieces, so a paint can really worked great for a tracing guide, and then I taped the 2 pieces together and worked them on the belt sander. After seeing how that all fit together, I determined that 1 inch was probably too thick, so I took off about 1/4 of an inch. The adjustment on the first piece went just fine, but the second one, well, not so much. I should have adjusted my guard higher so the pressure paddle would pass clearly underneath it, but instead I adjusted how I was holding the paddle and notice how the bottom corner, all messed up. So adjustments had to be made, and I recut both pieces to match them to the thinnest part of the messed up piece. After curving over the top and the bottom pieces, I realized that a handbag is a lot more stable if it has a flat bottom. So I taped the 2 pieces together again, cut off the rounded edge, and then I evened out them on the belt sander. After the belt sander, I wanted to smooth the side pieces out even more, so I clamped my regular sander to my vise, and then I could use higher grits. Final step for the walnut pieces is a little spray on shellac to get that grain to pop and add a little protection. I wanted to mention that I bought the leather, the hardware, and most of the tools that I use from Springfield Leather in Springfield, Missouri. I'll have a link in the description below for their information. In order to give the handle a little extra strength, and since I am twisted twine, I added a piece of dyed twine inside the leather. Thanks for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this project, and I get a lot of compliments on this handbag since it's my everyday carry. I also wanted to mention a few other leather workers that have some great YouTube videos as well as Instagram posts about making leather projects. Morley Kurt, Ethan Carter Designs, and BCF Leather. I'll link their information below.